Hello, what's up? Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you showing up and giving me any type of attention. I don't deserve any. Like and subscribe. Appreciate it if you do that, because we trying to grow. We growing though, a little bit, but it's all good though. We do this for fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. And this is fun. This comment, and Addery Pennant. Did I say that right? Addery Pennant. I guess it was yesterday. Sent a message, left a comment on my Nintendo and Sega and Microsoft getting engaged, and they asked the question: what would happen if Microsoft plus Nintendo plus Sony plus Sega put aside the differences and made a Super Ultimate Console get together? And I said I might have to make a video about this, but well, the short of it is I'll read it and then we can go deep into it. So I said the short version, given everyone gets along, of course, Microsoft and Sony would create the hardware. Microsoft would be in charge of all things cloud and online. Sega, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft would continue their previously released franchises with new ones, of course, and everybody would be happy. Appreciate you. What was it again? Addery. There it is. Addery. Appreciate you, Addery. I'm bad. I'm tired. I've been trying to put these scenes together on the video. that's another topic. But so I've got these four guys all set up here now. Now I know I said Microsoft would do a lot of infrastructure, back-end cloud stuff. You know, I'm not gonna go through the Microsoft cloud page because that's boring. You know, mainly we can break down, okay, who's gonna make the hardware. So here's a little addition besides that little thing I said right there. Here's an addition to what I said before. Microsoft and Sony would, conglomerate, boom, to make the beef hardware, right? Nintendo would make a portable version of said hardware that was compatible with said hardware. So, yes, it would be a different version, but contractually, it's the same system. So it would be like the Switch, or it would be just a weaker version that could play the games with just way low resolution and hot garbage frame rate, but you could take it with you, and that's the thing. So, and I think it'd be more like a Steam Deck, basically, where, you can play them natively if you want to, but you can also stream them because, remember, the cloud, it would be, what would this magical console be called? Who knows? Because it's ridiculous. We'll think about that. We got a little time. But the main thing, besides getting all of the hardware and infrastructure and all that stuff kind of set aside, the contractual things like, okay, wait, how much money does Sony make on this? And how much money? Well, let's see. If one of your teams makes the game, then you get the cut of whatever. They all come together in one conglomerational giant umbrella, game masters of the universe, right? And then all the money goes there, and they say, yo, we made Uncharted, give us our money. And then the game masters, they say, yep, that y'all made it, there you go. And they get their cut, Halo 29 comes out. We made Halo 29. It did this, it did that. Okay, well, okay. The super umbrella master, you get your cut. Everybody gets paid right. There's no double crossing. Now, speaking of double crossing, this would never work. Because Sony hates Nintendo. Sony hates Nintendo. Nintendo hates Sony. Have you ever noticed that there has been no, let's put I'm trying to think, Astrobot on the Switch. You see any PlayStation games on the Switch? You see any of them? Microsoft got Banjo, well, it's not Banjo, but they got Banjo and Smash. Hello, you got Minecraft. There's a lot of games from Microsoft on the Switch, and that's just from them being nice and not having past dealings. I guess they're elephants over there in Japan. They don't forget. Sony's never gonna forget what Nintendo did to them. The first backstabbing, Sony was like, yo, we gonna get into the video game industry. Let's get with Nintendo. They're the best, right? And then whatever happened, and then Nintendo said, yes, twisted that knife. Sony was like, all right, okay. And then boom, PlayStation. PlayStation is born. And you kind of feel bad for Sony, because Sony's like, yo, man, y'all, why y'all, we trying to come up and y'all just stab us in the back with Phillips. What's up with that? So that's where this whole idea kind of falls apart. But once again, we're pretending that they either got over it or it never happened. Let's say they get over it, so that this is actually a possibility. So you got to look at what the four have to offer, right? So if we were to kind of treat this as how Xbox is treating Bethesda's acquisition, where it's like they're part of Xbox, yes, but they are like, a tenant in our building, then they pay us rent, or they still have to, they have bosses now at Xbox, but they're still working as an independent machine within the bigger machine. But not independent, but they're not whatchamacallit. They're not reliant on Xbox for operational. I mean, they'll get money, but whatever. So I think that's probably how this will work. Like I said, giant umbrella, but all these four giants will work semi-autonomously, but they all have to come together, every quarter, every, half a quarter or whatever, every eighth, to have a meeting. Like, okay, what's the deal? What are you doing over there? Sega? Hey, Nintendo, what you doing over there? Hey, Sony, we don't care. No, I'm just kidding. And so, I mean, this would, like, if this happened, like, think about the video game industry. If this happened, Sega, Nintendo, Microsoft, Xbox, and PlayStation got together, made a video game ecosystem / console, made the hardware, have the software, online stuff, is all under one giant umbrella. Then what you have is the giant machine, the video game machine, and then you have EA, and you have Activision, and you have Tencent, you have all these other third-party giants, but they become a little bit smaller because these four guys aren't fighting against each other. They're combining their strengths into video game Voltron, VV, and VGV, if you will, and they can play off of all their strengths. And there's really no competition, because the only competition would be anyone who isn't part of the family. So EA, Activision, Ubisoft, everybody else, all those giant third parties. So, like, you said Gears is coming out this month. Sony, we're not gonna have God of War. We're not gonna have Horizon Forbidden East, Forbidden South, whatever it's called. We're not gonna have that come out like on the same day. We're gonna space them out, one a month or whatever. And that way, the games will be better because they have more time to make the games, because they have more studios making games. And also, like, the big bangers, it could be one big banger a month. Let's just say probably two a month, but let's just say one a month, right? And then you got games that Nintendo put out, which are big bangers, yes, but they're not the same games, right? You could look, say what you will, but freaking Animal Crossing is not The Last of Us. Animal Crossing is not Halo, so they can coexist. So Halo and Animal Crossing can come out same day, same time period, or Last of Us 3 and Animal Crossing, or Mario Kart, or whatever. So anything that Nintendo does can come out the same time as these bigger bangers that Sony and Microsoft put out, because they don't conflict. They're additive. It's just about having more options for a wider demographic of the audience, right? So that can work. Same with Sega. I mean, Sega has some stuff. I mean, you look at the game, look at the Alien Isolation. I mean, they got Alien Bayonetta, A Company of Heroes, Dawn of War, Shenmue, Sonic, Total, Yakuza is probably the biggest thing right now. Ooh, Sega Store. Where's the store? Sega Store. I want to go to. Let's go to the Sega Store real quick. Whatever. Shut up. They got Blu-rays. Oh, they probably got like Sonic movies and stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to watch. It was a Dragon Ball Z movie they put out. I forgot which one it was called. But I saw the animation. I was like, yo, that was all right though. I used to watch Dragon Ball Z. I think it was just Z. And it was all right. Anyway, so I mean, Sega has a few bangers in there. Persona's in there, right? They make that, don't they? or the company that they own makes it, right? Where are all the what I wanted to see was to see Fantasy Star Online Monkey Ball, Warhammer Demons. They did Demon Slayer. I can never talk. Lost Judgment, true. I mean, so they have I don't call them super AAA bangers. They're probably on the AA status. I mean, I think they could. Well, I would say Lost Judgment, Yakuza are. I don't even want to. They're like, I don't know if they're Japanese triple. It's kind of hard. Sega used to be, big, but they're not what they were, but they're not as bad as it could be. Does that make sense? So, but they have a deep history. I'm a Sega fanboy, so you can't say nothing to me. But they have a deep history, a giant back catalog of arcade games. So the arcade stuff. Like Nintendo has arcade games too. They're aight. Yeah, I played Punch Out in the arcade. Punch Out in the arcade is pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. It's better than the NES. The NES version is like, okay, it's good, but you ever play Punch Out in the arcade? Super Punch Out in the arcade is nice. It's nice. I was like, yeah, this is Nintendo made this? Okay. It's pretty good. But yeah, so Nintendo and Sega games would be not the filler, but they would be the quote unquote indie. They would be like, okay, if you want to do like tiers, you say like, Xbox and Sony would be at the top with the bangers, right? And then in the B space, or AA or B space, would be Sega and Nintendo. They could fight, Yakuza here, Pokemon here, go back and forth on a couple of those titles, but a lot of them are definitely underneath that. And then everything else, from everybody is like indie status underneath that. So when it comes to like the tier of the games, they have everything covered. But I mean, it is possible for Sega and Nintendo to come up with like a super AAA banger that is of the level and quality of Microsoft, Xbox, and PlayStation, right? I believe that. They are not doing it now because they don't have the hardware to do it. So Metroid Dread could have been a super dope, super fly banger, but the Switch can't do it. The Switch is limited. It's like, I'm gonna make a super dope game on the I was say Xbox 360. I don't even know what the power level on the Switch is. It's not that powerful. But I mean, we know what Sony got, so it's not like, oh, we gotta go through. No, I mean they got some bangers, mainly narrative games, and that's another thing. You got those narrative games like, okay, Sony, y'all take care of that. Y'all take care of the sad dad walkie-talkie games, okay? I think Gears of War should be in there too, but that's on the Xbox side. That should be in there. That's kind of a spoiler, but I'm not gonna say anything else. But yeah, man, it's like if this were to happen, I don't know. I'm like, if it were to happen, then the market would definitely be different. And you talk about like competition and stuff, the competition then switches from I was gonna say an internal thing, but from a Microsoft versus Nintendo versus Sony, which is East versus West if you think about it, but it's really about US, Europe, Japan, and the middle countries, versus it becomes giant umbrella corporation that we're gonna name soon versus Tencent. The giant Chinese, they're trying to take over the world. They're buying everything. They got stock in everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the console war turns into. And I don't know how that would turn out. I'm not sure if that would be good. I mean, we could say utopia, but utopia is not necessarily a good thing. So I don't think, PC is literally what we're talking about here. It's the one box that can play all the games for the most part. The outliers are Sony and Nintendo, who are refusing to put well, not so much Sony anymore, but Nintendo's not putting their games on PC. because they want to sell this little unique bespoke hardware architecture. And I mean, it's not bespoke architecture, but it's bespoke and it's special to what they're making. So it's like, you know, they're not kind of like not feeding into, but they're not joining in on the video game party. They're having their own parties, selected guests only. And you know, ultimately that is more of a mentality, whether it is xenophobia or yo, you blew up a couple of our cities back in the day, we haven't forgotten, you know. And then the US could be like, yeah, we used to have a harbor, you know, y'all kind of did something to us first. Yeah, you know. So, you know, as much as we hate to admit it or think about it, that stuff does have an effect on how companies, world companies, deal with each other. And Japan, you know, they are a xenophobic society. Culture. They're more xenophobic than most. There's racism there. Don't kid yourself. There's racism in China too. Don't kid yourself. They do not like Africans. So whatever, you know. I mean, is it a human thing? I'd say yes. Why? I have no idea. I don't really. You know what I think it is? I'm getting a little bit off topic. The negative connotation toward black, not black people, but black darkness. You know, the bad guy wears evil and stuff. I think is more of a lizard brain, primordial type of instinctual DNA hardwired into us humans and animals as well. Unless you're a nocturnal creature where you're like, I can't wait for the sun to go down so I can see. But you know, like when you're a human who is not nocturnal and you're in a dark place, you're in, you know, flight or fight. You know, you're kind of scared. You're alert. You're like, you know, and so we as creatures have a negative connotation towards dark/black, and then I think that has somehow trickled into our societal norms, if you will, and perceptions of, oh, you're a shadow person, so I'm gonna fear you because you're stronger than me and your pee-pee's probably bigger. I don't know. I mean, stereotypes and all that. I'm just saying. It's not necessarily true all the time, but you know, I think there's a way to figure out with the hands. I don't know. You could I don't know. I just know. I know something. Anyway, yeah, it's sorry for the tangent, but you know, it would be nice to do something like this. You know what? Even going deeper into like how this would work, how this would happen, I think we should do a CG kind of mock-up of we got to name this thing, right? So what would we call it? We're not going to do like the Xbox station. That's dumb. Or the Play Box. That's dumb. Was Nintendo's Switch. They change their names all the time. They just put Nintendo in front of it. Sega does the same thing. Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast, you know. What could it be called? I mean, it's all encompassing, right? All encompassing. It's called the Compass. The ultimate gaming machine, the Compass, will guide you toward the game that you want to play. The Compass. That's not bad. The Compass. Yo, I got me I mean, I know Jeep makes a compass. 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 It's like computer and ass. Compass. That's I think I just okay, so Compass is one. We could use Compass. I like that a little bit. What else could? So all encompassing, the omniscient box, basically. So the Omni, that sounds too like RoboCop, right? That's like, yo, this is the Omni 2000, does everything, and then it shoots everybody in the boardroom. It's like, wait, I thought it just played video game. Where did these machine guns come from? Sorry. Omni. I mean, Omni is a little too on the nose. I like Compass is a little bit. It's kind of like the Dreamcast, right? It's like, oh, it's like Dreamcatcher, but it's Dreamcast, and it's like, okay, I like Dreamcast. So we have Compass, we have Omni. That's sitting on the bench. That's the reserve. So we have. All right. So what else? So it's everything. It's all. It's the ultimate gaming machine. The UGM. The UGM. No. Ultimax. See, now you're getting just ridiculous, right? How about the Compass? The Ulti Compass? No. The Omni Compass? Compass Omni? Omni Compass. Nah, well, look, I don't know. We'll figure it out. For now, I'm calling it the Compass. The computer ass. The Compass. I'm calling it that. And when I'm going to do a podcast in about an hour, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. So this video will probably go up just as I am doing the live show, which is a 2-hour show on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Electron Bandit. So yeah, I think the link is in the description. It should be. I always put it there. But anyway, I think I'm going to start the mock-up there while I talk about random stuff, because that's what I do. But yeah, I mean, I mean, in a separate multi-universe type of scenario, it would work, maybe. Or something would happen, like, you know, like they would all join together, and then like the Insomniac team would be like, "Nah, we out, son," and they would all quit, you know, form a new studio, a new third-party indie studio or whatever. And that happens all the time. So stuff like this could be like, oh, they joined and then people aren't happy, so they quit and they form their own little new stuff. So, you know, that'll happen. And the thing about that, which would play against the actual notion of all these great studios and companies coming together, is the fact that would happen. So, I mean, you know, I would say the only way it would happen is if a gianter company came and bought everybody, and it was just like, you know, they were all beholden to a more giant company. Like, I mean, Tencent. If Tencent bought all these all these companies, then there you go. Then we're done for. Anyway, that's it. That's it, and that's all. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm gonna try to build this compass, I guess, but we'll figure out. We'll do some stuff, and I'll talk about stuff. And so yeah, come on by the podcast at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Twitch.tv/Electron Bandit. But yeah, and also watch the video, the on you video. We're getting a few likes and little videos and watches, views. That's the word. We're getting some views on that. It's pretty dope. I like it. I'm almost done with the next song. I'm gonna have to add another week to my production schedule. So I wanted it to come out tomorrow, but I'm going up north. I'm going to the farm for my birthday week. My birthday is this week, so I'm going up to the farm to chill with the cows and get drunk. I'm drinking so much tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure I feel good tomorrow so I can get drizzle. I just beer though. I'm not gonna kill my brains. I mean, I was gonna say I'm not gonna kill my brain cells that bad, but look, whatever. But yeah, so looking at what's this? 15th. I guess the 15th. I'll try to get it out for the 15th. I'm going to try. So I have a week, you know. And the thing is like I have pretty much most of the scenes done. I need, I think, 3 more little shots. But I want to go back and I want to kind of go over each scene and say, okay, how can I make this better? Like add some stuff to it, whether it's environmental stuff, objects, tweak the lighting, you know what I'm saying? Like Halo Infinite, tweak the lighting, you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, I'm not exactly happy with the actual, some of the model work that I did in it. So I'm like, you know, if I do that, then I have to go back and re-render almost every single scene. So that might not be in the cards, but I'll have to see. There is a way to swap out the model, like asset. It's a library link or I forgot how to do it. You can do it in Blender, but I haven't figured out how to do it properly because I linked the object one time and it broke so many. I was like, what is going on? So I had to de-link it. And anyway, but I appreciate you hanging out. I will see you the next time. Like and subscribe. Tilt away.